This episode of the Dear America podcast is brought to you by Red Arrow Weapons. 100% made in America. Go to redarrowweapons.com today. What's going on, America? I am Graham Allen.
And I'm Jake.
And I'm Alyssa.
And the person that's in Jake's spot is not really Jake. Jake looks like he's 12. He decided to shave his beard off.
Hi, guys.
Over the weekend. Oh, my gosh.
Got to change it up every now and then.
What made you decide to shave the beard off?
I have no idea. I just got up and just grabbed it and buzzed it off.
Wow.
I just do stuff like that sometimes.
I like it.
You look fantastic as always.
Thank you, sir.
I appreciate how you change it up. Your hair, your style.
I appreciate that too.
You have changed your look easily 4 times in the past 18 months.
And I'm also envious because I feel like guys can change their looks. A lot of the girls are going to not agree with me. Maybe I'm wrong. Okay, maybe you just change your looks more than me because I guess girls dye their hair. And
women change their look every morning when they get ready in the mirror.
You're right.
98% of women look completely different when everything is done. The highlights are out, the nails are gone, the eyelashes are gone, the makeup's gone. It's a whole different person.
Yeah. I'm in the hat phase. I'm growing my hair out, and I'm in the awkward phase.
Well,
right
I
now.
buzzed my hair, and I'm in the growing
Show
it back
everybody.
out. No,
he won't do it.
Never gonna happen.
He doesn't look bad.
I know.
He's like my Vin Diesel.
I told him he should
baby.
just leave it like that. Looks cool.
No, it's a completely
it.
different look that you got to commit to. And Alyssa pointed out it's a more aggressive look.
That's right.
Bald with the beard
It
and
is.
being on TV and cameras all the time, it's probably not the best look. So
You're not aggressive at all, so
another
Don't
30
have to worry
days,
about that.
another 30 days, and it's going to be back to normal. I just need somebody to shave the sides and the back.
We
I
need
gotcha.
hair salons and barbers to
I'm a
open
barber.
back up.
You're not a barber.
I used to cut all my friends' hair.
That doesn't make you a barber.
You're not
Well,
licensed.
that's true.
It makes you a side hustle where you stole some of your friends' money.
I can give you a sweet fade. That's all
Oh
I'm
my
saying.
gosh. Okay, no.
I wanna see that.
All right.
Whatever.
At this point, ladies and gentlemen, I don't really know what to do. Apparently, people think the president said that we should be injecting bleach and Lysol into our bodies.
Facts.
Just when you think they couldn't get any dumber.
Yeah, but okay, but here's the problem. All right. Did Trump kind of merge things he was talking about all in at the same time, talking about UV injections and how disinfectant kills the virus, et cetera,
sure did.
et cetera? Yes, he did. Did he tell at any point, did he say the words, inject yourself with disinfectant and snort Lysol and bleach? Did he say those words at any point in time? The answer is no.
Sorry, did you see
Yes,
that?
I
What-
did.
what is
Kim,
going
It was Kim Jung Un riding a horse.
a white horse down the
Oh
beach.
yeah, we'll talk about that. We'll talk about that in a
Sorry,
minute.
that was too
Anyway,
funny.
all right, the president didn't say those things, but the fake news media is blatantly lying because they're running
It's what
all
they
of
do.
these
At
ads
this point, it's what they do.
and all of these news articles saying the president said to do this. The president said to inject yourself with disinfectant and Lysol. That is not true. It's the same thing as me saying, a good way to defend yourself is with a weapon. Graham Allen said to go shoot people in the face.
Just
Yeah.
wait until they get their president in, Joe Biden, and
Oh
see.
my gosh,
we'll
he
have a
actually will
field
say
day.
stuff like that.
Anyway, so that was a big
But
thing.
even if he did say that, where is the common sense of, oh my gosh, he obviously made a mess up and but he didn't say that. But even if he did, where's the common sense of all Americans?
Right.
Who's literally going, that's a great idea. Let me go grab some Lysol and shoot myself up.
Right.
Well, I guarantee you the only people that do that are not Trump supporters.
Yeah,
The
and
only people that would be dumb enough to do something like that are Democrats.
I don't even believe that it happened either.
Oh, I don't either.
A surge of people putting,
Oh, yeah. So
bull
the CDC and Lysol and all these companies are saying that they've had a surge in calls.
Bull.
Because
Lysol, I don't know about surgeon calls, but Lysol and everyone else is already out of stock anyway. So good luck even shooting
good
yourself
luck.
up.
Yeah.
And how hard is that if you were against Trump? Let's have like 50 people call Lysol.
Oh, right.
Easy.
Yeah, that's a surgeon call. I got to be honest. How many people are regularly calling Lysol
Yeah.
customer service line?
Oh, I am all
Instead
the time.
of 911.
What do? You call Lysol and be like, "Hey, my stain is still there," or "Hey,
exactly what you do.
I
I don't like the new winter scent you came out with.
I still got sick in my house even after I used
Yes,
Lysol."
I want a refund.
Yeah, this stuff tastes awful.
Who are the Karens that are doing that? Anyway, all right.
Karen.
The point is, there's the new thing going around that like people that are named Karen, apparently like it's causing huge emotional distress for all the people using the name Karen to describe like that female person that's like, just let me talk to the manager all the time.
You know who that sounds like? A Karen.
A Karen. Yeah. I've never not met a Karen that isn't like that. I mean, let's just be honest. Now, maybe I am willing to admit here for purpose of transparency, I have not met all Karens.
My godmother's name's Karen, and she's not like that. I will preface.
I know one
Her
Karen
what?
that's not like that.
Her name is Karen, and she is not like that.
Are you sure?
I am positive.
Have you been to restaurants? Is she that person that's like, if it comes back burnt, I will send it back?
No, she's the opposite.
Really?
She'd eat it, yeah.
Really?
Well, there's always an
really?
anomaly to
And she
everything.
wouldn't get offended by the Karen thing either, but
Well, there you go. See,
So,
that's my point. We're
case
obviously
closed.
talking
So she's
about
definitely not a Karen.
we're obviously talking about the real
the
Karens.
real Karens with the haircut and everything.
Anyway, okay, so there's a lot of things to talk about. Is Kim Jung Un dead or alive? We're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about a lot of random things that are going on in today's world. Let's see, what else? We're on season 3 of Ozark, so we're finally catching up.
And we're almost out, and then we're not going to have a show again.
I want to
we
adopt
started a new
Ruth
one.
at this point.
I do too.
I want to adopt Ruth because
I could
she's the
raise her
coolest
right.
person ever. Anyway, okay, so before we get into the massive list of things that are going on, let's get into a sponsor. All right, record numbers of people are buying guns and ammunition for the first time. If you are one of them, please be safe and please holster that new handgun in a We the People holster. Starting at just $39, We the People holsters are custom designed to fit your firearm perfectly, and they are made right here in the USA. Starting at just $39, We the People holsters are custom designed to fit your firearm perfectly and made right here in America. They have thousands of options to choose from: the Constitution, a thin blue line, my face, but whatever floats your boat. Now is the time to support American companies. Go to WeThePeopleHolsters.com/Graham to get yours. Every holster ships free and comes with a free lifetime guarantee. Get an additional $10 off with the offer code GRAHAM. I forgot how to spell my name. Satisfaction guaranteed. If it's not a perfect fit, send it back for a total refund. That's WeThePeopleHolsters.com/Graham. WeThePeopleHolsters.com/Graham. All right, so we like to talk about viral trending things here. So let's talk about the YouTube video seen around the world at this point of the two, California ER doctors that have basically come on to say that this is the biggest load of garbage that they've ever seen in their entire life.
And it's gone viral when my mother has seen it. And
Yeah.
She said she saw it last night.
Miss Carol, I don't
She
even
doesn't
know.
do the internet.
Yeah, I don't even know if
And
she knows. She still calls it the Facebook.
Nice.
Okay, all right. So anyway,
It's also not okay to call it viral right now. It's kind of insensitive.
Oh,
That's a
that's
good
true.
point.
But,
That's
okay.
Very
true.
good point.
Anyway, so these doctors they work at a it's
Hospital?
No, it's one of those urgent care facilities. It's not a hospital. It's an
A
urgent care
clinic?
facility where they have set up COVID-19 testing,
Gotcha.
right? And so they are going on there and they're saying they have tested more than 5,000 people. In the conclusion that COVID-19 is no more dangerous than a normal seasonal flu, and quarantines are not making any difference in preventing the spread. Let's see. He said coronavirus and the seasonal flu are similar in their prevalence and death rates. And now that we have the facts, it's time to open back up America.
Yeah.
So in other words, what we did before was extreme. Now that we see the facts, period. And then they go on to talk about Dr. Fauci.
Oy.
And they basically said that this dude is a washed up hack. He hasn't practiced real medicine in over a quarter of a century.
Yeah.
Okay. 25 years. They're like, we see patients every single day, all day long. Dr. Fauci has not practiced real medicine in over 25 5 years. And man, this thing has gone everywhere.
Yep.
Everywhere. All right. So last week, I made a lot of people upset because I said it's time to open up America now. Okay. We had a very watched video about this very thing taken from the podcast episode last Monday, where we talk about it's time to get back to work. It's time to be done with all this crap, because that's what it is. I had a lot of people write me that were doctors or nurses in New York or the highly affected areas, and they're like, how dare you, you piece of human garbage. Do you not realize that people are dying, that I just announced someone dead that's younger than you of COVID-19? I'm sorry that happened. That must be very traumatic and a very emotional thing for you. But here in South Carolina, it doesn't make any sense at all. In fact, somebody was pointing out we're almost at 1 million confirmed cases, almost. All right, actively. Okay, almost 700,000 of those cases reside in 6 states.
Yeah.
The other 44 states don't even have half of that combined.
Right.
What the crap are we doing? Are we saying that New York needs to open everything up and go back to business? No, I'm not saying that. Chicago, same thing. New Orleans, why not? But other places that combined total have like 5,000 cases in the entire state? Mm-hmm. Are you kidding me?
Right.
Are you kidding me? People, I'll say it right here. Every single person that is emotionally responding to this virus, you are the problem. I'm sorry, you just are. And that's exactly why you will never run a country. You will never be in charge of anything that truly matters in that regard, because you're emotionally basing your decisions on everything. It's been over 2 months of fighting this thing now. We have data that we did not have. Ooh, you don't believe in science. You don't believe in stats. Are you sure? Or are you the one that's not listening to the science and the numbers and the stats right now? Because the science, the numbers, and the stats say that you're an idiot and we should be back at work.
Right.
That's what it says. And I don't really understand how people are still so afraid of this virus. I don't get it.
Yeah, I've been told to look at the science too, and I listen to doctors like that who we really should be giving praise to, because they're putting their careers on the line.
Of course.
Yeah, but they say, they are being forced to include COVID on death certificates where somebody died of, something completely different, but they had COVID.
So this has been proven. Yeah. This is something that's going around that's been proven.
We said it. They've been padding the stats.
This is a fact. If you do not believe us, Google it right now. Medicare and Medicaid, or what? Which one is it, Alyssa? Which one is it that people have? Is it Medicare or Medicaid?
Children, well, they have both. Are we talking about for adults? Medicare.
Okay. All right. Medicare. All right. Medicare pays more to hospitals if it's COVID-19 related.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
They pay more. All right. It's also coming out that a lot of hospitals are in jeopardy of potentially having to shut down because they're not seeing anybody.
Right.
Yeah.
They're not bringing in the same money as normal because they're not seeing their normal patients.
Right.
Cancer patients can't even get in to be seen about stuff. Mm-hmm. If you've got a problem, ENT doctors are 3 to 4 weeks out before you can even get seen. So how are hospitals making their money?
Right.
They're being pushed to include COVID-19 on everything so they can charge more money. This is a fact, people. This is a fact. Google it, okay? Now, you can't prove 100% that all hospitals are using this to make more money, but you can prove 100% that Medicare and Medicaid are paying more money if it's COVID-19 related in the hospitals, okay? You do the math. 60% of your hospital revenue is cut off.
What do you think is going to happen?
How are you going to make the money? And how are all these nurses going to work going to continue to be paid? Think about it, guys.
And that doctor, along with many other doctors, are saying we're being forced to put this. Like when the flu comes around and an elderly person who has all these issues, they die because the flu took them out. They don't put the flu on the death certificate. They put all the other things that were actually wrong with them, and the flu just took them out. But now they're having to put COVID on here. So all these deaths, 54,877 deaths, I'd really like to see how many were purely COVID.
Yeah.
Because I bet you it's lower than most people would think.
Well, I also saw another thing going around yesterday that really irritated me. And this is what I like to talk about because people aren't rational. All right. A bunch of people, this was Mississippi.
Oh, no,
our hometown
of
yesterday.
course.
I saw somebody on my personal Facebook, and I know this person. So if you're listening, I'm sorry. I'm not going to talk about your name. but they were like, Friday, we had 183. By Sunday, we had 200 and, I don't know, 20 or something like that. Deaths. And we're relaxing, restrictions. You're a moron. And this is why. Do you really think people are just dropping dead in the street, in the days, and just perfectly healthy people are like borderline having strokes and just falling over dead? No. These are people that have been in the hospital for weeks already that are finally dying. That's it. You got to look at the rate of new confirmed cases versus the math doesn't add up the way people are doing it. When you do things emotionally, the math and the numbers never work. It never adds up. These people, you also have to look at the percentage of them. How many of them are old? How many of them have underlying? Well, there's been some people that have died perfectly healthy.
Right.
Were they really perfectly healthy?
But the same.
Or did they have something that wasn't diagnosed yet?
But that's the same thing when the flu comes around. It's very rare.
Yeah.
Does it happen? Yes. But it's rare. And it's not enough to shut a country down.
What if they were already going to die? They had like a week left, and then, they got COVID.
Or they had an underlying health condition that they didn't know about. How many people walk around for years and have some form of cancer and don't know it?
Graham, did you talk about the posed picture? Did we talk about that yet of the person walking across in the scrubs?
Oh, yeah.
Go ahead. You're welcome.
So thank you. There's a video going around, and I don't have the link anymore. Maybe we can find it. There was this girl who was live streaming. It looked like on Instagram, live streaming, because she saw a guy in the scrubs and two cameramen standing on the corner and at a stoplight. And then right at the stoplight, there just happened to be a car with a Trump flag hanging out. And then sure as it could be, the guy in the scrubs walks in front with his little poster. And then all these cameramen that were there with them take all these pictures. It takes about 10 seconds, and then they walk off.
Yeah.
All right? They are staging these protest photos that you're seeing of like Trump flag, anti-lockdown protesters, and then these people that are nurses or doctors, at least one of them that has now been confirmed is being staged.
Yeah.
I could feel my body temperature rising when I saw that. I got so mad at that.
But you can't make that up. Like, that's an actual video that's going on. And this girl saw a guy in scrubs and two professional cameramen with like huge cameras and huge lenses with the lights and stuff on them. Like, not people with iPhones. No, cameramen. It's weird.
And I don't have an answer because me and Mom were talking yesterday about like who can you trust? What news outlet can you trust? And this isn't, I don't mean to be discouraging, but it is true. Like, you can change and pad and make anything nowadays look any way you want. And I don't have the solution for that except for just to use your brain. I mean, I don't know what else to say because clearly they're doing this. And I'm not saying the Republicans are innocent. I'm sure on our side they're doing it some too. But just to remember, like, you can't believe everything you see clearly.
A week before all this stuff hit, mainstream media was at its lowest point ever. It was disappearing. There was no more mainstream media. And now that this happened, they have the highest ratings they've had in years. Do they want to let this thing go and go back to where they were? No. That's why they show the numbers. That's why every time, even Fox News, Corona pandemic, every time you come back from commercial break. Yeah. So,
ladies and gentlemen, there are 3,300 confirmed inmate cases right now. Michael Avenatti has been temporarily released from prison over COVID-19 cases. A rapist was let out because of COVID-19 concerns. 3,300 confirmed inmate COVID-19 cases, 96% are asymptomatic.
Mm-hmm.
Think about that, guys. 96% are asymptomatic. It's the same thing. People writing me saying, how dare you? I just saw someone.
How dare you?
Yeah, I just saw someone die from COVID-19. I'm not negating that people are dying from COVID-19, but it's the same thing as you writing me, somebody just died from cancer. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Do we stop everything because of that? Well, cancer's not contagious. Cancer is one of the leading causes of death in America still. Okay. And cancer is not what it once was. Cancer now is not a death sentence anymore. It's just not. People are beating cancer all the time. My dad just beat it for the second time. Okay. I'm not saying it's not a big deal. I'm not saying that. Okay. I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is it's not this shut everything down deal. You people that believe that we should keep the economy shut down.
So what you mean you people?
So I mean you people that don't have any understanding of how any of this actually works. This is not me talking down. This is me talking that you're employees and probably have been employees your entire life. You don't understand how business and economics actually works. Okay? If you keep the economy shut down, if you keep the hospitals to where they can only really admit true emergencies and COVID-19 patients, all you nurses and doctors, how long do you think you're going to continue to have a paycheck before your hospitals start to have some problems?
Mm-hmm.
You think it's hard to get in to see a doctor now? Wait another 2-3 months and then see what happens. Yeah. That's what you people don't understand, is you cannot keep it going like this. You can't. It cannot happen, period. Things are fixing to get really bad, and people are just like ignorant to it.
I don't know if it's the same doctor again, because I saw multiple videos of doctors, but he said the masks, first of all, they lower your immune system. Second of all, how do you take the mask off?
Well, staying at home
with your
lowers
hand?
your immune system too.
Well, yeah, but how do you take the mask off? So you have all this bacteria on the outside of the mask, and then you grab it with your hand.
Yeah. Are you washing the mask every 10 minutes?
Yeah. And gloves, you're cross-contaminating everything.
Yeah.
And why are they pushing so hard for us all to wear masks when it does not help at all? And secondly, he talks about all the depression, suicide, and actually child molestation cases that are on the rise because of drunk, mad, depressed parents that take it out on their kids. Yeah. It's like these are long-term, lifelong issues that we're creating by this seasonal
depression
kind of flu.
I struggle with depression. I don't really talk about that a lot, but I do. It's starting to break me a little bit. Not being able to go to the gym, not being able to, somebody posted a thing the other day. They're like, you cannot tell me that opening a boutique up where people can come and go as they please is more important than a gym for people. You know, a gym has been proven. Workout fitness has been a proven thing to help people with overall health, mental health, depression, etc. Obesity, which is a huge.
Yeah, like
what is that?
I think it's a
dump truck.
It's a dump truck.
A third of all the deaths in America are obesity related.
Suicide is the 10th leading cause of death in America.
Yeah.
And we're not addressing that issue, that we've got all the people that struggle with depression and suicidal thoughts cooped up in the house, can't go nowhere, can't see nobody, can't talk, can't eat, can't do anything that they have taught themselves to do to fight their mental issues. Every single aspect that people have learned to beat their struggles, they can't do them.
And that's a good point, because one of the things you teach often in counseling is how do you cope and how do you have different coping mechanisms. And when you take away those coping mechanisms, it's very difficult to create a new routine, especially when you're cut off and can't go and see, or even talking on the phone. It's different.
That's why alcoholism is on the rise, and
240%.
Tied right into domestic abuses.
Absolutely.
On the rise. They're seeing more women with black eyes because staying at home, cooped up, can't go outside, getting drunk, you know. Well, it's bound to happen.
That's what I'm saying. And so people do, this is look, ladies and gentlemen, this is not political when I say this, but it's a left aisle, right aisle type argument. The left aisle believes that this is an existential threat, that everybody should stay at home for as long as it takes until we figure out a vaccine for this virus. The right side is actually looking at the data and saying, this is the dumbest thing ever. What are we doing? We can't continue this.
But do you feel like a lot of the left side is actually, because I feel like the majority of Americans, normal Americans, not politicians, but people who I talk to on the day-to-day across the U.S. are basically like having common sense and saying, no, we need to open this back up.
Yeah, I mean,
are the voices louder on this
I've gotten
side?
a lot of heat from the left over the past week and a half. I've gotten a lot of
From people or from the left?
Well, are you saying the left aren't people?
You know what I mean? I'm confused by this left aisle, right out.
I mean, here's some fan mail that I get. Inject yourself with disinfectant and do the world a favor.
Don't do that. I need you.
Like, I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like that's what I get. You know, those are the people. Those are the people I see. I get people that I've known my whole life writing me, telling me what a disgrace I am for them to have known me. Type stuff. And what a pompous thing to say in the first place. Really? You're so awesome that knowing me is a disgrace to you. Yeah. Like, wow. I'm sorry, Jesus. I didn't realize that you were the Lord himself. Wow. Okay. Anyway, moving on. The point is, we're going to talk about other things, but guys and gals, okay?
Oh, you kittens and kittens.
Oh, you cats and kittens out there. We can't live in fear, guys. We can't live in fear.
Fear is un-American.
And that's what's happening to so many of you. You're living in fear. And
fear also lowers your immune system.
Exactly.
That is true.
You have the freedom in America to stay home if you want to. You have the freedom to refuse to go back to work. I mean, you won't have a job, but you have the freedom to do that. You have the freedom to make that decision. But telling people that they can't run their business, telling people that they can't leave their homes and do what they really want to do, that's not freedom. And that's where the line is. Well, your freedom directly infringes on my freedom. No, not really.
You can stay at home.
You have the freedom to stay at home and avoid me.
Yeah, but once again, we're about 2 months into this really thick of this now. So I feel like we all have seen where it's going, and the common sense is we need to open it back up.
Yeah. All right, let's get into a sponsor, and then I want to talk about hypocrisy here as we move on. All right, let's do it. All right, while you're spending time at home, don't just think about your future. Do something about it. Get a degree from Ashford University. Ashford University's online bachelor's and master's degree program allow you to learn on a convenient and flexible schedule. You can pursue a degree to help you have a brighter future in one of Ashford's 60-plus programs like business administration, healthcare admin, and psychology. With 24/7 access to your classroom, daily support, and financial aid available, Ashford gives you the tools you need to keep climbing. You're made for moments like these because you're #tenacity made, just like Ashford. Education is personal at Ashford University. Your success is their success. There's no fee to apply or standardized testing required to enroll. Do it today. Go to Ashford.Edu/Graham. That's Ashford.Edu/Graham. Ashford.Edu/Graham. All right. Adam Schiff.
Old Schiff.
Shifty Schiff.
50,000 Americans dead because Trump wasn't removed.
Oh, my goodness.
Nice. That's
Think
nice
about
thing to say.
that. What an idiotic thing to say. And also, let's see, where's it at? I saved it in here. No. He's saying that they're all saying that that Donald Trump is, he has blood on his hands.
Responsible for this?
Nancy Pelosi has now gone on and said that Trump's China travel ban wasn't strong enough.
Oh my gosh.
Such hypocrites.
This
man.
is the same woman
I can't.
that talked about. Hang on, I've got to find this.
I
know I took a
we
picture.
should be strolling down Chinatown.
Oh, here we go. On January 31st, are you ready for this? This is Pelosi. Quote, January 31st, the Trump administration's expansion of its outrageous, un-American travel ban threatens our security, our values, and the rule of law.
Man.
What a horrific piece of human garbage.
She forgets we have the internet.
Nancy Pelosi still operates like it's 1992, and we can't all go back like 2 months and see what you said.
Yeah, but the problem is people take her at her word, and so they're like, okay, great, this fits into the narrative I want to believe.
Short-term
and
memory.
no one looks into it.
Nancy Pelosi is the real life inspiration behind the old woman in Hansel and Gretel. Okay? She is the worst human being in the history of ever. Okay? Hillary Clinton is god awful, but Nancy Pelosi is this, as Ron Swanson would say, the summation of humanity's sin in a person. Okay? Nancy Pelosi is the most hypocritical, horrendous, worst speaker we have ever had in the history of American Congress. All right. The audacity for these people to sit there and say that Donald Trump has all this blood on their hands. Where were you, Nancy Pelosi, when all the real small businesses have been sitting for the past 12 days and having to let people go? Where were you? Oh, you were working in Democratic liberal agendas into a stimulus package again.
Actually,
for the second time.
I think you're wrong. She was eating ice cream in
On the
her
James
mansion.
You were
Corden
eating
show.
ice cream. Eating you pompous, just
Meanwhile, we can't find ice cream.
we can't even get
Or
ice cream.
cookies.
Okay, I've got the same refrigerator I've had for the past 6 years, and you're sitting there with two double $24,000 refrigerators. How dare you lecture us from your guarded and gated community? And how dare you say that the President of the United States has blood on his hands? The blood of American citizens lies strictly and solely on the backs and the hands of Democratic pompous jerks that do not care about Americans. You don't care about anything but your own agendas of power. And I hope to God, as Lindsey Graham would say, I pray to God you never get it, because that's all you guys want. You don't care about Americans. You for sure don't care about us. And you are the reasons that Americans died in this thing at all, because you are the ones that were encouraging people to go to restaurants, saying it was racist that people don't want to go to Chinese restaurants. You were the one that was walking the streets of Chinatown encouraging people to gather in mass gatherings. Oh, but we didn't have the information we have now. Apparently that only matters when it applies to you.
Yeah.
You're the one that wanted to go after Justice Kavanaugh and say that his word wasn't good enough and we should believe all women. But all you need for Joe Biden's assault case is, oh, well, Joe Biden's response was good enough for me.
Yep.
How dare you?
And they supported Kavanaugh's protest. They supported the Me Too protests. But all of a sudden, they don't like protests.
Yeah, exactly. You don't like protests. You don't like people telling you that you're wrong. How dare you? The president doesn't have blood on his hands. You do. And you need to be removed. Remember this in November, everybody. It's time for these people to go. All right. Let's talk conspiracy minute with Jake. All right, Jake, we talked about this last week.
We did.
And you said that you thought he was alive and well. Do you still believe that Kim Jung Un is alive?
I think he's dead.
You think he's dead now?
Oh, where's the applause?
Hey!
But I don't know if that's a good thing or bad thing.
Oh, it's
I don't know
it's
either.
definitely a bad thing. I think if he's not dead, I think he for show
He's in
is
some trouble.
not going to be in control.
You know why I think he's dead? A North Korean newspaper came out and said, no, we know he's alive. He sent us a letter thanking this construction company
And he
for
would never
building
do
this
that. He would.
Here's his signature. All right. When
man.
they
they're
did that,
grasping for
I was,
straws,
I was
yeah.
like, he's dead.
It even has the emperor's wax seal on it, so
Yeah.
that only he has the
See,
seal.
here's proof.
I mean, they couldn't have like pulled a video that wasn't aired and
Yeah.
said, "Look, he's talking to the
That's
camera."
hilarious.
Hey.
No, it's a letter. This proves it.
Look, ladies and
Uh-oh.
gentlemen, if he's fine, this is 2020. Okay, if he's fine, there's a video somewhere of him waving at people or anything like that. No, man.
You think he wants the world to think he's dead?
If he's not dead, he's straight up in a coma
He's
or something.
struggling.
Like there is something going on.
Vegetative state.
China sent over doctors the other day. They've spotted his train that hasn't moved in like a week or so.
Yeah.
He hasn't been spotted for a long, long time.
Yeah.
Just think about this, ladies and gentlemen, okay? Think about if you did not see, hear, or have a tweet from President Trump in over 3.5 weeks.
It'd be a little concerning.
Is that normal? No, that's not normal at all. This dude is dead.
Yeah, I think
okay.
he passed.
Or he is in a serious medical situation.
But what I brought up that I think is so interesting is literally everything that Trump has done this year on election year is being undone. And I'm not saying the virus was, I'm just saying it is interesting that the economy was one of his big successes. Kim Jung Un was one of his big successes. Like everything is being undone that he kind of did.
Yeah.
I think it's interesting.
Yeah, well, yes. And so, but here's the issue that I see with Americans, and I screenshot this so we could talk about it. This is a tweet going around the world here. Okay, are we ready?
Mm-hmm.
All right. So this is in regards to the fact that if Kim Jong Un is in fact dead, then his sister, I can't remember her name, I don't care. She looks like the chick off Live Free or Die Hard that beats the crap out of everybody. Anyway, or what's her name from Shanghai Nights?
The girl?
Yeah, the girl that beats the crap out of everybody.
But she's cute.
Su Young? No, that's
Soo
Rush
Young
Hour.
is from Rush
That's
Hour.
Rush Hour.
So Young.
Yeah, okay.
So Young.
Whatever that chick is, Jackie Chan's sister, and that's what she looks like. All right. Anyway, all right. This is an American now. All right. North Korea is going to have a woman leader before the United States of America. Let that sink in.
Let that sink in.
That's a real tweet, guys. That's a real tweet. First of all, you idiot. North Korea is not allowed to vote.
Right. They don't have internet.
Yeah, they don't have internet. Someone said that if Kim Jong Un is dead, the obesity rate in North Korea is now 0%.
Yeah.
Because they can't eat.
It was negative before.
Yeah, they can't eat. Kim Jong Un was the only plump person in North Korea.
You know,
shows your wealth.
Kim Jong Un is the second largest buyer of Hennessy in the world.
Why does that not surprise me?
I mean,
I think it's Hennessy. It's one of those alcohols.
It's one of those
Sounds
alcohols.
like Hennessy. Yeah.
Anyway, guys, you've got to be the dumbest person of all time. All right. Let's see. What else is North Korea famous for? They are about to have a female leader potentially. They're a communist place. Christianity is outlawed. Yeah. By the way, you will die. There are no billionaires. There's very few millionaires in North Korea.
Their religion is singing and praying to the dear leader.
Yeah.
Kim Jong Un.
Yeah. And as the interview says, they believe that he doesn't even poo.
Oh, yeah. This is the sad thing about North Korea is that they're going to cry their eyes out and blame America for him dying.
If he, in fact, is dead, and I see one tweet that says thoughts and prayers to North Korea or Kim Jong Un, I promise.
Alyssa Milano.
I
was
will
going to say, they're coming.
I will probably die myself of an aneurysm because I won't know what to do at that point. It is.
I think you should prepare yourself.
I should prepare myself for an aneurysm, probably.
Yes, I see it coming.
Look, guys, at the end of the day, and I know I'm a Christian. I got in trouble with this with the al-Baghdadi thing. There's some people that need a bullet, man. I'm sorry. Kim Jong Un's one of them. The world's a better place without him. Sorry.
Their whole government.
But his sister's going to be worse. Probably. She needs to go too. I mean, I'm just being for real.
Yeah.
Here.
I'll give her a month.
I'll give her a month.
Release all the people.
She's worse because she is the director of all their propaganda and stuff right now.
Yeah.
And let's be honest, most
role.
of the time women
Currently.
are going to be worse because usually she's probably going to try to prove something if she's the first woman. So she's probably going to be a little harsher.
Oh, she's cutting off people's heads day one.
Yeah, I could see
Day
that.
one. She's cutting off people's heads. The first person that like checks out her butt or something as she's walking by,
Yeah, women can be
cut their head off.
Can be cruel and mean.
I say.
Is that what they say, Graham?
I don't know what North Korean sounds like. I'm sorry. Anyway, anybody gets offended by that, North Korea governmental leadership sucks. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
And even if she wanted to be a fair leader and do good things, she'd be killed.
So corrupt. Yeah.
She'd be killed by one of those people.
Let's just say it like this. Any communist place, the leadership are horrible people. Okay? There's no getting around it. All right? Not the citizens. Of course, citizens are innocent in this. It's not their fault. But any place that has a communist society,
yeah,
all the leadership are terrible. I mean, there's just no getting around it because they are actively doing this to their people. So therefore, they are horrible pieces of garbage. Sorry.
Yeah. And in North Korea, especially, their average weight is like 10 pounds below the world average.
That's why I said the obesity rate joke.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, let's talk about coronavirus tyranny really quick. Some things that are going on around the world. A pastor, I think this is the one in Louisiana.
Mm-hmm.
A pastor was arrested and put on a stay-at-home order. But he's defying that stay-at-home order and is continuing to preach anyway. There's a video going around of the entire congregation showing up at his house.
Wow.
Kind of stuff, because apparently it's illegal to be a preacher. Now, think about that for just a second. Just think about it, okay? We've had this conversation a lot. I still stand just as firm as I stood before, especially now that the data's coming out. Why the crap do we still have churches shut down? But either way, all right. 3 people are arrested on San Diego Beach for violating California governor's stay-at-home order. Hawaii's governor extends stay-at-home order until May 31st. Let's see here. Oh, Texas cops use undercover sting operation to arrest a woman offering salon services at their homes.
Mm-hmm.
How dare her.
And was that the pastor that was arrested? There was a video of a pastor getting arrested.
I think this is the same guy.
Yeah.
He's Louisiana. He got arrested and then given an ankle bracelet and put it home.
And they arrested that woman who took her kid to the park. You know,
Yep.
they're arresting.
That was in Idaho.
They're arresting us and releasing criminals.
Yeah. So
Yeah, which makes no sense.
So Facebook has removed several Army chaplain prayer videos during coronavirus after complaints.
Yeah, it's insane.
Crazy stuff, man. Crazy stuff. God forbid we have prayer anywhere, especially during a time of mourning. So I got to give credit to my hometown really quick. This will be a little funny thing. And if you're not watching on video, well, sorry. So there's a video. I got to sneeze. I'm trying to hold it in.
Watermelon.
Watermelon. It works, folks.
Look at the light. Look at the light.
No, don't look at the light.
I thought you were supposed to look at
No.
the light. Oh,
Anyway.
I've been directing him wrong.
Anyway, all right, so this is my hometown, and this is right at the corner of 45 between the McDonald's and the Jimmy John's. There's a picture of a man
That's America right there.
on a bicycle,
This is the best ever.
no shirt, that's got a dolly hooked up to his bike, and then strapped to the dolly is a casket.
A
Come on.
gray casket.
Riding down the road. God
Riding
bless
down the road.
rednecks, dude. I'm telling you.
I
there's
ain't paying no
nothing better.
delivery
I
fee.
ain't paying no delivery fee. What are you talking about?
And he's using it. He's pretty, he's using it as a toolbox. So, good
Is
for
he?
him. Yeah.
Oh, it's not for like a relative that passed
I'm
away?
sorry.
Yeah,
no.
that's what he told the cops. They're like, yeah, it's a toolbox.
No, I think he's got several actually.
Meemaw's been dead for 3 days. I didn't tell him.
That's an expensive toolbox. God dang.
I think he got given it.
Okay, here's what I'm saying. A guy that had to pull it on a bike didn't buy it. Okay, let's just be for real. Okay,
He was
if
given
you
it.
ain't, if
He
you
didn't
ain't got
steal
a
it.
truck
He
or a
didn't
car
steal
to
it.
haul a casket in, you didn't pay full
Can
price
we
for
talk
that
about
casket.
my favorite
We
video?
got to make sure that thing's empty
Yes.
first.
Okay.
Yes, all right.
My
yeah, you gotta
favorite
listen to
video
this.
that I don't even know if it's trending is a guy fell, like his cat passed away suddenly, which is terrible. But he decided to memorialize his cat by making his cat, stuffing it, a drone, a flying drone. So you just see this cat with all fours.
It's a dead
flying
cat made
over.
into a drone,
I
and
couldn't,
it's flying
y'all.
all
I
over
know
the
it creeped some of y'all
my
out when I shared
goodness.
it, but I just couldn't. Every time I see his little face flying over, I just die out laughing.
There's a close up of the cat's eyes.
It is,
And
you
it's like
can't.
super big.
can't. Just
And it's
can't.
just flying through the air.
It's
That's
fantastic.
pretty.
Yikes.
He was not American, by the way. I don't know where he was from.
No, it was like from London or something. Anyway, Jake, what do you got?
Speaking of, tyranny and the coronavirus, Joe Biden comes out and says he has a new stimulus plan that, quote, would be a hell of a lot more than $2 trillion. And when he's asked how much, $100 trillion.
Oh my God.
No, he didn't really say that, but wouldn't you believe it if he
I
did?
would.
Oh man! Oh, this is a fake news segment.
Well, no, he really said
No,
that.
he really said he
but
felt
the
like he was
100
better.
trillion I just made up.
Oh,
It's from
okay.
Dr. Evil.
Oh yeah, it would be a heck of a lot more.
Yeah, how much? I don't know, 100 trillion, 200 trillion.
Pelosi endorses Biden for president,
Shocking.
says he can lead us out of the coronavirus crisis. That's just now on Fox News. Is she saying that we're still going to be locked down come November?
Who knows?
How's he supposed to lead us out of the crisis? He
Yeah.
doesn't. If he won, he wouldn't even get inaugurated till January.
Yeah.
What is she talking to? This woman, dude.
See,
I'm
they
telling
have
you,
plans to continue this thing.
Yeah.
Look how drunk she is right there. I'm serious. Look at her.
Yeah.
They're evil, baby.
Yeah.
I mean, these people are just evil. They don't care. You're right. And it's frustrating because we're the little pawns that they're playing with.
Anyway, all right.
care.
Enough about that. All right, Alyssa, you got anything else?
Oh, no, I love my cat drone was my main leash.
Oh, okay.
That's pretty hard to top that.
All right.
It really is.
Well, that's all we got for this episode of the podcast.
Oh, I do have something.
Oh.
Google, did y'all see this? That they're trying to track coronavirus by using your iPhones and Google, which is completely terrifying. That was something else I saw, but sorry, you can go on now.
Well, look up, there's a new patent going around for this new device. It's cryptocurrency, and it is a cryptocurrency. Basically, it follows your body movement and body energy. So they'll put it in you like a chip. That monitors your activity, and you can be awarded with cryptocurrency, right? Mm-hmm. Who is filing for this patent?
Of course,
Microsoft, Bill Gates. Let's look at the number. This is patent W02020060606. So it's patent 060606.
666.
That's a little weird. A chip you put in you that can award you with money. That's patent 666 by Bill Gates.
Ain't going in my body.
That is online. It's not a joke. You can look that up.
So Elon Musk, as we close this out, just tweeted the fact check article by USA Today proving that hospitals get paid more if patients are listed as COVID-19.
He said fact check true?
Yeah, like the USA Today article proves it true.
Oh, yeah.
That's what I'm saying. You know it's true when USA Today is proving it true. And so Elon Musk just retweeted interesting. Anyway, all right, ladies and gentlemen, that's all we have for this episode. Remember that my book is still on pre-order. You can go to America316.com and get your book now. I will sign these books for whatever that's worth. So go get it right this second. Jake, where can they find you?
Instagram at producer_Jake.
Alyssa
Allen on Instagram and YouTube. And Hey America drops tomorrow. And guess who my guest is?
Who?
It's Graham Allen.
What?
I know that guy.
Yeah.
How'd you get him? I heard he's hard to book.
I had to. Never mind. I was
Seriously.
going to say something, but move on.
She had to perform favors.
No, that's
Anyway, all right, moving on.
Y'all stop. You're ruining it.
What? We're married. We have 3 children. Obviously, we've had sex at least 3 times. Anyway, all right.
Daddy listens to this.
Moving forward. God, please. No. All right. Guys, thanks so much for listening. Make sure to tell one friend about the podcast. Subscribe.
You can like it.
Give us a rating. Leave us a comment. It helps us in the charts. Thank you guys so much for listening to this episode of the Dear America podcast. And we'll see you all again next time.
Bye.
Yeah.